Well, it happened, people. Novak Djokovic loses in his first match back to Alejandro Davidovich Fokina in the second round of Monte Carlo. What happened? A lot of you might have watched the match, or maybe you're seeing this before you wake up, and you looked at Novak losing that match, and you're like, what was going on? So we're going to get into what happened. I'm going to give my 3 reasons why Novak lost this match, and then I'm going to talk about what it means for the rest of the clay season. Spoiler alert, I don't think it means that much. If you're a Djokovic fan, things are going to be okay. Here's the slice. Welcome to the show, people. This is a quick live reaction, instant reaction. Djokovic lost about half an hour ago to Alejandro Davidovich Fokina in 3 sets. Interesting match, very weird. We knew it would be. We knew Djokovic was rusty. If you didn't know that, I told you that in the video I just made. Click here, showing his practice session, explaining why I thought he looked uncomfortable out there and looked rusty, and his team actually told me that. Because if you didn't know, I'm in Europe right now. So I'm in our Swiss headquarters, but I was actually just in Monte Carlo. So if you'd like to support my work, join Europass, which is our Patreon community, where for a couple bucks a month, you get extra videos about the hot gossip, things I run into at these tournaments. And I just made one today, so the link is below for that. And Go Sport is our bag partner, our travel partner, and they've been taking care of me while I travel here. They make the best bags in the world, and you can get 10% off below. So, Djokovic loses. I think some of us saw this coming. I think a lot of us thought he wouldn't win this tournament, but maybe we didn't see a second round first match loss to Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Although, respect on his name, the guy's 22 and he's been in the top 50 for a couple of years, and he's great on clay. Like, he's a savage. Like, he never has clean clothes. He's always just has clay all over them, and he's, I think, maybe the fastest man on tour. Like, nobody talks about him really anymore, but he is so quick. Djokovic was trying to use the drop shot a lot today. None of them worked because Alejandro could just get to all of them. So that was crazy. That's not why Djokovic lost, though. My top 3 reasons. The first reason, rust. Djokovic couldn't place the ball where he wanted to. He didn't have the fine-tuning of going down the line or even just going close to the line. If you watch the match, you'll see him poking and prodding and trying to hit balls on the line or close to the line because, as you know, he's a sharpshooter out there and he can absolutely do that. He doesn't need to do that to win matches, but I think to find his range and find his feel of the ball, he was trying to do that and he couldn't. Every time he tried to go for close shots to the line or just angle shots or like just really anything that was, precise in the first set, he was missing. So a lot of unforced errors, and that caused him to not have confidence when attacking. So when Alejandro was pressing or Djokovic was trying to counterattack, there was no real sting in Djokovic's counterattack or offense because he didn't feel like he had control of the ball. So that's just like basic, what does rust do? Well, that's probably what it does. It takes away your confidence in striking the ball. Secondly, physically, Djokovic wasn't able to hang with Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Why do I say that? Well, because Djokovic said that. He said in his press conference, and I quote, "I didn't like the way I felt physically in the third. I just ran out of gas completely. Just couldn't really stay in the rally with him. And if you can't stay in the rally not feeling your legs on the clay, it's mission impossible." So that pretty much sums it up. Djokovic, after having not played, after being taken his ability to play tennis away, he's had tons of time to train, but apparently that didn't transfer into being match fit, which makes sense if you're not playing matches all the time. But I think it has more to maybe do with, it's not like he wouldn't have been fit in that time or playing hard practice sets or having long training sessions. Might have to do with restarting the motor with age. I think that's one thing that he's not really admitting or talking about. Getting that motor going with age, your fitness, I think, goes down quicker when you are older. And also just the nervousness of a match. I definitely know he would be nervous because he cares. So that is a different, when you're training in practice, you're not nervous. But when you're physically exhausted in a match and nervous, I think that's a whole different animal. So physically, he couldn't stay in those rallies and do those kind of classic vintage beast mode rallies where he always has one extra shot, one extra gear than his opponent. Today, it looked like Alejandro Davidovich Fokina had one extra shot, one extra gear. It's not like he played a perfect match, Davidovich Fokina, but he played very good. And that's the third reason. Alejandro was just tough. Like I said earlier, he's so physical. My thought was, if Alejandro had a great serve, like even a good serve, like a top 10, 15, 20 serve, he would be one of the best clay court players on tour. His serve is just not that good, and both wings of his can absolutely hit and do damage. We saw some like amazing backhand up the line winners from him, but he can spray the ball a bit. But in general, he played a good match, and he was fighting hard, and he kept balls in play, and he made Djokovic play, and he hit winners when he needed to, kept Djokovic on the rope. So he played a good clay court match. He's a good clay court player, and Djokovic just wasn't up to it based on, like I said, rust, I think, and not being physically ready. So what does this mean? I don't know. I don't think it means much. Last year, Djokovic lost early in Monte Carlo to Dan Evans and then won the French Open. In 2016, he lost to Yuri Vesely, remember the name, at Monte Carlo, and then went on to win the French Open in 2016 as well. So he's historically done fine at the French Open without doing well in Monte Carlo. So I really don't think it means much. If this trend continues, obviously, it could get worrying, but I do still think he'll find his best form for the French Open, no doubt about it. So that's my thoughts. That's the quick slice on Djokovic losing to ADF and why I think that happened. Why do you think it happened? Let me know in the comment section below. And make sure you subscribe, like this video, and check out Europass. I would really appreciate your support as I travel throughout Europe, bringing you guys the content you care about. Click all the links below. We'll see you guys soon.